But let's rush quickly now to speak to the Nowhere photographer, Adrian, who we spoke to last week about what was going on in the Channel. He, being a very enterprising young man, was down in Ceuta at the weekend because he saw what was going on when 60,000 men decided to maraud across the border. Adrian, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you've had a very busy weekend. So I've been following your social media stuff with great interest, flying down there, getting into the right places. We've got a little video I think we can show, which you shot exclusively for us. Thank you. Have a look.
No problem.
Have we got it? I think it's in live, is it?
Oh, I didn't. It wasn't there earlier. Can you just have a quick chat?
Yeah, sorry, we'll get to that. Yeah. Anyway, so tell us, you shot down there on sort of Friday evening, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we got there, I think approximately about 6 o'clock in the evening by the time we landed and got across on the ferry. So we caught what I'd describe as the tail end of the large, I don't like to use the word invasion quickly,
Right.
but yeah, it was of all the men coming in, we caught the slightly downward slope of them coming in.
Right.
And yeah, it was kind of fascinating to watch the army and the response that was there compared to France.
Yeah.
But similarities, to be honest. But yeah, fascinating to watch, and yeah, not something you see every day. You know, when I was there, probably a couple of thousand people came across at the same time. So yeah, very similar in some instances to France, the response, but yeah, quite very worrying, and also the coverage that I think people have seen is a little bit disingenuous, to be honest.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, from what I've been shown.
Yeah, I mean, what I've been hearing, and we've been speaking to people in Spain today as well, is that many people coming at one time could not have been an accident. It could not have been in any way unorchestrated in some way, whether it was orchestrated via social media or whatever it was. There was certainly a concerted effort to do it, wasn't there? And while many people on the left here have said, oh, they've all gone back now, so there's nothing to worry about. Well, I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. It's not nothing to worry about, and probably not absolutely every single one of them has gone back anyway.
No, not at all. I haven't actually managed to have a look at the footage, but yesterday they were all around the border. And they were all actually a beautiful cemetery on a hill, and they were just all over the cemetery, sleeping, eating, and doing other things in the cemetery. It was absolutely crazy. Probably 5 or 10,000 probably still left around the villages, all hiding in houses and buildings, and it's honestly, they're playing a really bad game of hide and seek from the army, and the locals are extremely worried, as they should be.
Well, absolutely, because the worry is that it will happen again, and if it does happen again, you know how much worse will it be? This video is sponsored by Tally Money. I'm delighted to be joined in the studio by CEO and founder Cameron Parry. Cameron, very good morning to you. Nice to see you. Tell us what Tally Money is.
Well, at Tally Money, you get a savings account powered by gold. So we give you a sort code and account number in your name, just like a normal bank account, but instead of sitting in pounds, you now have milligrams of gold that we brand as Tally.
Okay. And how does it actually work sort of day to day? Do you check the gold price every day? Do you need to do that? How does that?
We use the spot price, what's called the spot price in gold, and that updates every minute. It's a live price. We don't charge any premiums or FX margins on anything on that. You just go about your day as though it was any other mainstream foreign currency, except that you see all your transactions in real time and you're not getting charged international transaction fees and things like this.
Okay, so if I move some of my money into Tally, because I've just opened an account, what happens to it? And is it one of those things that I'll just be watching all day to go, ooh, look what's happening today?
You might do, but you've probably got better things to do with your time, to be honest, Mike. I don't actually think about the little movements in price, because I know over time that on average it goes up more than 12% per annum, and it has each year for the last 10 years. You know, bank savings products or current accounts just can't compete with that at all. But the main thing is my money's sitting there. It's my direct ownership of an asset. When I use my Tally card, in London to buy a cup of coffee, the merchant still gets pounds.
Yeah, okay. To find out more about Tally Money and for a special offer for viewers of the Mike Graham Show, simply scan the QR code or click the link in the description right here.
Yeah, that kind of inflatable barrier border.
Yeah.
I was actually asking another videographer who had a longer lens than me there's nothing on top of that. It's just a flotation device. There's no they
Right.
could I don't know if they can I don't know if they can swim under it, or they just you could just climb over it like you're in the sea with the kids with your rubber ring. It
Right.
looks like you
Well,
can just climb
exactly.
over it.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I
It
think
doesn't.
it's no use.
No, and it's not a proper barrier, and it won't make
No,
any difference to the legal situation either.
yeah, and when I was there was actually a gap of about 4 meters between that and the land, and people
Yeah.
were just swimming through.
Right.
So it's the main worry I think for people there is that the border towns, the little villages that are on the border, they're not being policed like the kind of rich areas about a mile down the road. All the army and police care about is the main areas,
Right.
and they kind of put the poorer areas where I spoke to the locals. All the men and women are out in the streets at night with weapons protecting their streets because there's no
Yeah.
police.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's a horrible way to live. They're actually all they're all leaning out the windows in their apartments, all watching all night long.
Right.
It's
Because you
must be
would, because
terrible
if
for
you
them.
imagine it happening in your street, that's what you'd be doing, you know.
Yeah.
So let's have. I think we've got the
Exactly.
video now. So let's have a look at it.
Venga. ¡Hey, hey! ¡Atrás! ¿Dónde va?
Where's Sarah? Be careful, Sarah. Now, be careful.
¡Hey! ¡Vamos! 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 ¡Llévanos rápido! ¡Rápido! No, rápido, rápido.
All right, mate. Just walk straight in front. What the fuck are you doing?
¡Vamos!
Don't walk straight in front.
¡Rápido! 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 ¡Páralo, páralo! ¡Ey! ¡Rápido ya! ¡Vamos! ¡Igual rápido, rápido! ¡Corre, por favor, venga, corre!
That's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, as I say, imagine.
Sorry,
I don't have to say it to you, but
the swearing out.
I mean, if that was my hometown and that was my home street, it's terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, you would be, and literally just above there's a steep hill, and there's thousands of houses up there, in apartments. It is,
Right.
it must be shocking for them because there's so many places for them to hide. I don't think people realise the villages. They're very steep. It's almost like a Brazilian town.
Right.
There, that kind of I feel to it. It goes up really steep, and then there's thousands of houses down these little village roads,
Yeah.
and there's so many places they're hiding that I've seen so many instances of people being chased around by locals, and yeah, it must be incredibly worrying for
Yeah.
them. But the army, there just wasn't enough of them. It was,
Right.
to be fair to them, they were doing what they could, but there's just too many people.
No, exactly. And I mean, in terms of the people who came over, did you manage to talk to? I know you were talking to some of them in some of the other videos. Did you? What sense did you get from the people who were kind of part of the migrant group that were coming in?
Yeah, a complete mixture of people. The usual excuses, but some of them were actually, quite polite and nice and spoke good English. But they didn't seem to have a clue what they were doing. To be honest,
Yeah.
it wasn't like there wasn't. The good thing is there was no logistics behind it. None of them knew what they were doing or they're going, but they were telling me multiple times that we're going to be basically stealing boats to get to the mainland. And
Right.
I think last night some of them did.
Yeah.
We
Well, I
saw them
saw a
hanging
story
around
this
the
morning that
harbours.
there was some of them getting jet skis and things across to the mainland.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a little underpass with where the boats could go through, and I'm sure they were all hanging around there. And we saw a few kind of jet boats going back and forth, and
Right.
people swimming out. And I'm sure they were the people that came across. So I think in the next few days you're going to see a little bit like a French style Zodiac boat coming
Yeah.
across, that kind of thing.
Well,
But
presumably
there's obviously loads of harbours there.
yeah, right. And that's the trouble. When you've got that much space and you've got that much coastline, I mean, a bit like the UK coastline, you can't patrol all of it, can you?
Yeah. No, there's no chance they can cover it all. And there's obviously a fair amount of army and police there, but nowhere near the number.
Yeah.
If they all decide to leave at the same time, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
even the kind of the harbour was just it was just surrounded by people. They were hiding behind trees and walls. Everywhere you went, there was somebody in a bush. It was kind of crazy because you just hear whispering as you walk past.
Right.
They were absolutely everywhere. It was like a massive game of hide and seek
Right.
with people. Honestly, I've never seen it like it. They were just hiding behind trees everywhere. It was
Yeah.
madness.
Right.
The situation.
Incredible. Well, it's an incredible trip that you made, and incredible footage that you made as well. Where can people see and follow you? Because you do really important work, Adrian, and we want to make sure that more people
mainly on
subscribe
Twitter.
to
I
what you
see.
do.
Yeah, I think Twitter's the one that's really worked for me because I think people like the fact that it's out instantly.
Yeah.
There's no delay. A lot of the things I put out, also it's nice to have the interaction back and forth with people.
Yes.
They can comment, and a lot of the questions that I ask in interviews and videos that I do later on are because of people that comment and ask.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not a journalist. I'm not like you guys. I'm not great at interviews and reporting. So
No, but you're doing you're doing what I used to call proper journalism, you know, which is actually going somewhere and doing it and filming it.
Yeah, but it's great to have that kind of feedback to say, can you ask them this? Can you get this footage?
Right.
Because obviously I'm there, but they don't see what I see. So
Right.
it's great to have that feedback. And to be honest, the response has been incredible.
Yeah.
Really positive. And the main thing for me is that just people see the truth, because as we're leaving, you could see all the mainstream media people. They were just showing the border with people strolling past. They didn't pan backwards and see the 500 migrants just watching from the hillside.
Right.
So they were given that impression that everybody's leaving.
Yeah, right.
And if they actually had the audacity and the bravery to walk into the village up the road, you'd see a couple of thousand all asleep on the floor everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So
brilliant.
This is what they're not showing.
What you're doing is absolutely brilliant, and it's really important work as well. We'd be very happy to keep using, giving you the platform for that as well, and hopefully help you make some money at the same time, because you shouldn't have to pay out. I know you were saying at the weekend that, you know, so many people are using your stuff without giving you any kind of recognition, which is entirely wrong. So we'll join you in that fight as well. We're not a multi-million-pound media corporation, but we'll do what we can.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant. I just think too many people are just too eager to give things away for free, and a lot of people work hard for it. And I understand. I'm not expecting a fortune, but just treat people fairly.
Of course,
that's all people should do.
Absolutely. And what's next? What's next for you? What are you up to?
Next, back to France, back to the water.
Okay.
Obviously, with all these Home Office announcements about new offices and crackdowns, let's see if it's true.
Well,
I doubt it is,
that'd be great, because it sounds like, as you say, we have our doubts. I mean, Andy Burnham's standing on the cliffs of Dover about 5 years too late, making out that he's the new Nigel Farage. We're not buying it, I'm afraid. You know, he says, I'm going to be relentless, and it's like, really, are you relentless about making TikTok videos? But I'd love to see the results of whether these enforcement officers are actually enforcing anything.
Well, the offer is open to Andy. He can come to France with me if he wants. I'll show him what's going on. But
there you go. Stephen's just subscribed to you on X, so there you go.
Oh, amazing.
There's one.
Yeah, to be honest, that's people like yourselves, promoting the actual what's going on is key.
Yeah.
The non-filtered news and what the real life things. I think people are sick of it. From what I gather, when I speak to people, and they don't know what's going on. They just appreciate the fact that it's a bit brutal and a bit raw. That's life.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, listen, keep up the great work. It really is very valuable.
Thank you.
And we really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed, Adrian, the Nowhere photographer.